can fight 5 of these ships and blow them out the water with all these weapons.
Yeah.
Now, if you're going to fight these ships, he can fight to destroy only 2 of these ships at one time. It would take at least 2 of these ships to destroy one ship. It would take about 10 ships to destroy this one ship. Oh man. Donna is the less powerful, so it would take 20 ships. Her ship's not very powerful. I would have to know power-wise. Power-wise,
Tony was saying that they would use good pockets to it. And I said, yeah, I know that.
who pickpocket me?
Tony said that, hey, did you know that Nancy good at pickpocketing Tony, see how his pocket and all that stuff? I go, yeah, I know that already. And that's why he's good at locking doors and everything else.
Power-wise,
But
10.
he's also good at putting things in your pocket if you don't know. He does it both ways.
Now,
Tony and Bobby don't get along, but yet Tony and Buddy get along. Okay, no more kisses.
power-wise,
No more kisses. Yeah, that's cute. I'm gonna say that.
7. There's a 7. Now, watch this, Billy. Power-wise, 6. That's almost as powerful as this ship. Okay? So they're pretty powerful. Donna's gonna like, Donna is not going to like anything with this today. Power-wise,
After she
it's
felt,
only 2. They're not that powerful, Billy.
after she felt good about her awards over there.
No, I'm not going to talk about that right now. That's all I want to do.
Water, but one cold go away.
Cold, don't go away.
No. This story might give me on a higher dose prescription codeine kind. So you make sure the doctor says it's okay. That goes with my blood pressure going down, check, and third check, and everything else. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not all here. I'm sitting there thinking I got 4 Gatorade in my napkin. That won't look good.
I'm happy for you.
I feel miserable. I can't eat.
Well, I'm very happy for you.
I'm telling you anyway, he's not feeling good. This is terrible warm. Yeah. be coming over here for skating money.
Well, I'll take it.
Well, I hope someone knows before they walk out the door.
Billy, his skating's not till 7:30. Duh.
I was hoping he'd come and I would say, Pamela, right? I didn't want to tell Tommy because I know that's what he was going to do. Because I wanted Andy to come here and say, Pamela, huh? You caught me off guard. I had to think. While Miss Story was on the phone, she said she hoped it wasn't someone, a salesperson. And she was talking to him, and my mind was hearing the voice of Andy kept saying that. Then it dawned on me, and as I figured it out, Mrs. Story said at the same time I said, as she hung up the phone, we said, Andy. And I said, yeah. We said it in sync. I didn't recognize his recognize his voice right off bat. Tommy ruined it for me. I hate when he did that. I didn't want to mention it because I knew the minute I do that, he would want to take it. The thing is, I want him to come here to get it so I have him on tape to show, to say, Pamela, huh? Plus I get the crew cut that Tommy wanted on tape. He said he wanted Andy's crew cut. Well, he could have had it on tape, but he just blew it. It's like Eugene and Andy said, Bill, keep the camera rolling 24/7 so you can hear us let loud cannon farts about a minute and a half worth. Why didn't you do that? Well, you're supposed to let me, I tell both Eugene and Tony, you should let me know when you're going to do that. I can't read minds. And they give this expression like this. Like, why didn't you have it filmed? I'm thinking, I don't got a tripod like Dave and Tommy that I can set it up and let it record non-stop. I guess the way I have it set up now, I guess I can, but I didn't think about it at the time. I was simply thinking I'm going to waste my energy battery. But I didn't think about that way. I wasn't smart enough to know, but now I know. Now, well, anyway, you learn from your mistakes. And I missed the opportunity of William Tills, because, in other words, Buddy. Buddy killed. He farted, a real thick one, and he said, you farted. I said, I didn't fart, you farted. But I was middle eating, I didn't calculate it, I should have realized he didn't know how he's going to, as he stretched, I should have known. But at least we have some fake farts on there. Bobby Page having fun making fart sounds with a balloon, and Tony doing some fart sounds, and them talking about, oop, I farted again, and then William said, oop, I pooted again, and fall on the floor. Well, at least we got some fart info in there, and me mentioning, hey Bobby, that sounded just like how Eugene and Andy farts. You know what I should have did? I forgot. He's very observant. You could turn a pencil one way, and Dave say, "Watch, Matt." He'll know it. Oh no, he won't. All of a sudden, Tommy will walk in and straighten it, and we didn't even tell him. He said, "See, I told you." Well, he's observant. So I should have just had the tin in my pocket and wait for it, so he would not seen it there, and wouldn't have asked. And then when they come over here, he would either I would see Andy, Fancy, and Donna coming over with Sherry or Robert, in other words, Booty, Story, their dad, in other words, or
and Andy's mom or whatever. Or it might just be Tommy bringing everybody over here to go get the tin. But then I'll have everybody on the tape. Either way. But due to Tommy wanting to take it over there, we didn't get nothing. Tommy blew it. Let me try to read this. Here's, damn it, man. I said, okay, Dory. Dory says, have a wonderful Friday. I looked at it. Says, okay, Dory, smiley face. Okay, Dory, have fun. Because she did that too. Said to Miss Leary one time. It means you have to go on nighty-night, going to sleep, and wake up the next day. Okay, Dory, have fun. And I pray your friend Raylene pulls through with flying colors. And that on the movies that was so, and that I meant to say that info on movies, and it come out right. And that info, I'll put that in there. Where's my pen? Well, I saw that, so I can do it right. And that info, and that info. And that info. One way or another, I'm going to get it right. Okay. And that info on movies, that was so moving magical. I said moving magical. Moving magical. I'm just going to have to read the way I meant to write it. That was so moving magical. I'm printing it up, and I was about to say, hey, good and plenty. Yeah, I remember those days. And hey, snow caps, cool. These are my favorites. Yummy. I could not remember what they were called. Thanks for bringing magical memories back, Dory. You're the best. You really cheer me up. 'Cause right now, I've got a cold, cough, cough, and sinuses. This is the longest cold I've ever had. Just when I think I'm better, I start sneezing, I chew, scratchy throat, then next day I've got a cold again. All I can figure is that Mr. Story and Mrs. Story still have their colds, so it must recycle somehow in the air. I've been taking liquid Tylenol every 4 hours, plus generic brand of rheumatism every 4 hours, plus my blood pressure pill every morning at 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. or 8 a.m., etc., whenever I get up out of bed. Oh, and last night, my 14-year-old niece, Tony Page, called up to chat and also said, guess what? What, Tony? Eugene Smith is in the hospital. Why, Tony? Then Tony said, then Tony said he on purpose Tony said Eugene on purpose overdosed on Advil pills. Dory, I've told Stacy time and again, you need to start bringing Eugene to church. He needs to learn the right stuff, not do negative stuff. Cheryl brings Tony and little William, 5-year-old, and little 5-year-old William Till, nicknamed Buddy Till, and Bobby Page, and they do right, not wrong. And every time I bring this up when Stacy Smith comes to her church at Goodness Baptist Church, where our parents took us when we were kids, she says Eugene needs to be with Aunt Becky. No offense to my sister Stacy, but Eugene goes off with his buddies and also school without Becky. First, Eugene was not happy, in Raleigh, North Carolina. Stacy wasn't either. First, Eugene was not happy in Raleigh. Oh, no. First, Eugene was not happy around. Stacy wasn't either. Then they moved to Roanoke, Virginia. She watched the VH tape I dubbed for her and her husband Ray Smith and her son Eugene Smith. She emailed me and said, yes, I got the VH tape and it makes me homesick. So in 2002 or 2003, they moved back home in Portsmouth, Virginia. So they now live in Ray's parents' house. Aunt Becky is Ray Smith's mom, and Big Ray is Ray Smith's dad. Ray Smith's sister is Katie Smith. Anyways, Eugene got so bored he called me up to chat, cool, when he was in Roanoke, Virginia. And he liked me reading all about fat, cool kids getting fat. Because he was fat too and happy about it. Because he was sad when he was skinny. Even the pictures show it. Once he got fat, he was happy as could be. He was happy getting fat. He said, read me more, Bill. So I done that. Then once they moved in Ray's parents' house, for some reason, Eugene Smith went from 125 pounds to now 105 pounds. He's losing weight. And he's getting skinnier. I told Ray, I hope he doesn't get so skinny you see his ribs, like I done. He needs to go to a mind doctor. I don't know how to spell psychiatrist, so I say mind doctor. But Miss Tommy says there's no such thing as a mind doctor. It's called a head doctor. We need to go to a mind doctor and get he needs to go to a psychiatrist and get liquid Prozac, like I done. It makes you want to eat lots of food non-stop. And his dad, Ray, said, yeah, we are going to get him evaluated and try different medicines to get his appetite back. I will tell Eugene you are praying for him and that you wish him a happy Thanksgiving. Okay, Ray. What's that part one too? Okay, Ray, thanks. Okay, this is part one. That must be part two. I need to write that right. This is probably part two. Okay. Okay, Ray, thanks. Then Dory, at Christmas, I got to videotape Eugene Smith. He even did a neat vanishing shirt idea, to a point. For some reason, he did not want to do no shirt idea. Just like at Water Country USA, had a shirt on when everyone else had theirs off. Except I had mine off until I went to the Sonic Whip. It's called Peppermint Twist now. But anyway, Tommy wanted it that way. If I had my way, I'd have it with no shirt. When I was skinny, he said, I don't want to be embarrassed for you to see everybody's ribs. But Bob Schofield, everybody says, watch, when you get fat, he'll say the same line. I said, no, because Dave's fat. He lets him do what he wants, and Mike, and all. And you know what? I'm now fat, and he says, I want you to keep your shirt on. But lucky for me that the Sonic Whip says, sorry, you got to have your shirt off. That's the only time that Eugene got to see me with no shirt off. And I got filmed with no shirt off, which is good. And now, I almost wish I could just go back and say, Eugene, take that shirt off, you know. Everybody watches the film and says, why is Eugene afraid to take off his shirt? And now it's 2004, and he's overdosing on Advil. Has to be in hospital for 3 days. This is what Tony told me last night. And he wants me to bring, and Cheryl said he probably did it just to get attention, and Tony didn't like that. And he wants me to bring my video camera to do a video script, but if he keeps hurting himself, it doesn't look like I'm going to videotape Eugene Smith like he once wants, and also my ideas for him, etc. If he keeps trying to hurt himself, Cheryl Till says he's probably doing it to get attention. And I told Tony Page, Advil overdosing, that could kill him. And Tony said, no way. I said, yes, it could, Tony. Drugs are drugs, it's not candy, I said. I hope he is not doing like my friend Keith Webster done. In other words, Tony's father. He hung himself when he was on Prozac, and it says not to mix with alcohol, and sure enough, he hung himself. Hope he's not doing like my friend Keith Webster done. I sensed it. And Dory neat. I was about to say, what? No outside movie theater? But I read all the way, and you added it. Cool. Yep. Yep. You put the gray speaker on window, van, or car on each side to get stereo sound ideas. And we brought our own popcorn in big Tupperware, greenish blue bowl, and Cheryl pegged on top of it eating popcorn while we watched Pink Panther, the movie. You know, me, Weenie, and Bud and Stacy were inside the van while Cheryl was on top eating. But we were eating inside. We brought smaller butter bowls while we watched Pink Panther, the movie, or A Star Is Born, starring Barbra Streisand. And once they got rid of the outside movie theaters, they built inside ones. We would go see Star Wars, Grizzly Adams, the movie. And I said, I have a feeling it's going to become a TV series. And yep, I was right. She just helped me realize that. Then we watched Grizzly, all about a mother bear who's over 18 feet tall on a rampage because someone stole her baby cub bear. To get back, she ate everyone, including kids, and even forest rangers. Even with one paw, spin a helicopter out of control on ground. Bullets could not stop the mother bear, but one thing did. It's called a bazooka gun. Kaboom! Lots of smoke and fire, and mother bear meat falling on grassy ground in wilderness with lots of trees, with even pine trees. Then other movies we went to see, Chomps, all about our bionic dog. Chomps 21 or Chomps 100. Who saves the day who saves the day. Then we saw The Magic of Lassie and the Wilderness Family. I read the Wilderness Family book. I read the book, and the book tells more than the movie, like the father says to his son, as the kid says, "Hey, Dad, look our raccoon's getting fat." And then the father added, "Yep, and you're doing good too in the food department. Your stomach's sticking out your shirt." Then the boy says, "Yep, I sure am. He. Thanks for noticing, Dad. P.S. The reason why they stayed in the wilderness because their daughter had a sick virus due to city pollution in the air. So they took her to a doctor and said she will never get better unless she has fresh air. So their whole family moved in the wilderness. Fresh air, and she got better after time. In between battling a bear, it's a good movie. It's a good movie, Dory. And we saw Superman the movie, James Bond, 007, The Spy Who Loved Me, and many more 007 movies, Dory. Here's a tip. Oh yeah, we saw the movie E.T. more than once, and we saw Close Encounters of the Third Kind. You know, a lot of movies out in the theater. Okay, where's the tip? Where did I say tip? Tip. Something about a tip. Okay. Dory, here's a tip. Everyone's doing this now. Buy food, sneak it in, lights go out, pig out. We do buy sodas and popcorn, but candy we get at stores saves on money. Hope this helps you out, Dory. And the sheet's title, Going to the Movies. Okay. Okay, that's 1, 2. This might be 3. Now, where's the other part? Dory says, written by Dory Bushy. She said, this is what Dory wrote. She writes poems, and she's good at it. But she writes 2 stories about her life. In this case, this is 2. And she wrote a thing about her mother and cooking. Written by Dory Bushy. She knows how to write true stories and just poems in general. And she took a poem of my true story about fishing. Anyway, written by Dory Bushy. I can remember back to the day, this is Dory wrote this. I can remember back to the days of my childhood when, well, I'll just say Dory then. Dory says she can remember back to the days of her childhood when she was going to the movies. She says it was really something special because back then there was no cable TV or satellite TV to bring the movies right into your home like there is today. If it was in the fall or in the winter, it would mean a trip to the movie theater in the next town over, where there would be just one movie playing, unlike the multiplex theaters now that show lots of movies at the same time. The theater itself was a very stately brick building with tall white wooden pillars out front and a very nice lobby where you would purchase your tickets and then after handing them to a movie attendant, could go find just the right seats. We used to try to get seats somewhere in the middle of the theater so as not to be too close to the screen but also not to be so far away that it would be hard to see. Then we would anxiously await the start of the movie. Back then there were no commercials played like there are today, but they did often show you a preview of the next movie that would be playing in hopes it would entice you to want to come back once they stopped showing the present movie. Some movies would play at a theater for only a week, while others would be there up a month. And I suppose they based this on how many people kept coming to see what was playing before they would change it to a new movie. Somewhere in the middle of the movie there would be an intermission, and a cartoon or news short might be shown before the house lights came on. Then folks would head over to the snack bar to get what they wanted before the movie began again. Soon the house lights would again be dimmed and the movie would come back on, while you would manage to balance your soda in your lap as you opened up a box of candy or ate some of your buttery popcorn. My favorite candy was a toss-up between Good and Plenty or Raisinets, or something they called snow caps, which were little dark chocolate candies the size of a dime that had white sprinkles on top of them. Once the movie ended, my folks would wait for the crowds to thin out, then head outside to the bandits of the parking for the drive home, which was only about a 20-minute ride, but often I would fall asleep before we got there. If it was spring or summer, going to the movies was even more fun, because it meant we were going to the drive-in movie theater, where there would be a playground to play in until it got dark and enough for the movies to start. Besides the playground, when you went to the drive-in theater, you got to see 2 movies instead of only one. Then most younger kids would already be dressed in their PJs, those pajamas, so that they would fall asleep by the time the second movie was playing. When it was finally dark enough, the announcer would tell folks the movie was about to start, and all the kids would head back to the cars, anxious for the fun to begin, as the first movie of the night was about to be shown. Intermission at a drive-in was also more fun since you could go to the concession stand and get a whole pizza or a submarine sandwich, or something, or a hot dog bun, okay, or a hot dog bun. Okay, this is probably 3, and this is 4. Or a hot dog bun, as well as popcorn and candy and ice cream, and of course soda too. Once the second movie got started, you could see into the cars, and as the children would give into their sleepiness, where there were 3 or 4 heads watching in the car, now there were only 2, and it gave the parents time to themselves as well. Well, now I'm off to the movies myself, and no, I'm not going to hop into my car and drive to a movie theater or to the drive-in theater, but instead we'll move into my living room where my satellite TV is, showing a movie I've been waiting to see. And from the sound clip, it sounds like Tom Hanks' movie about When a Box of Chocolates. I can't think of the name of that one. But anyway, sounds like what it was. She was playing that in the background. I'll have to ask her on that. I hear that the cost of a movie ticket these days is up to $10.50 per adult, and I don't want to even guess what the cost of the refreshments must be. But at prices like that, I can understand why so many of us have opted for cable TV or satellite TV instead. Still, it would be fun just one more time to go back to an old movie theater or a drive-in picture show and enjoy a night at the movies with the whole family, like folks did back when I was a kid, and leave the cares of today's world behind for just a few hours. Dory the Dreamer, 2004, powered by MSN TV. Okay, that's 4. Now, this is, if that's 4, then this is going to be 5. Eugene Pill's Sad Face. Eugene Smith is at it again. I just got a call from Aunt Becky at 3:45 p.m. at the most, in other words, around that time. She filled in more info. She said Eugene Smith last night said his hand hurts, and Becky saw him with a bottle of Tylenol, and she said, you better only take 2. Then all of a sudden he took the whole bottle in his mouth, and swallowed all the pills and chugged it all down and cracked up laughing real fast, and he did it real fast. And it sounds like something that Banshee would do real fast. He does things so fast you can't catch him, and then you wonder where he took it from. And then you got to go get it out of his pocket of his room, and you find all your pens and pencils missing. Real fast, and he locks doors on you too. That's Banshee for you. Real fast, he chugged all the Tylenol pills down real fast, and all Aunt Becky could get out of his mouth, Eugene's mouth, was only 3 Tylenol pills. The rest he swallowed them. And Becky did not tell that part at first. All she said is, "Sorry for not returning your call last night, but now I'm calling you," smiley face. Eugene is okay. He had an allergic reaction to his medicine. Then I said, I said, okay, I hope he's not trying to kill himself. Then I tried to say about Keith, but she probably heard that part on the answer sheet, but she cut me short, and then since she realized I knew more info, she told me what I just wrote about him taking all the Tylenol pills, and said he's been going to see a mind doctor. I can't spell psychiatrist, but Tommy says head doctor. He's going to see a mind doctor, psychiatrist, head doctor. She said the other name, she said that her name for it, but I can't spell it. Anyways, he's in a head doctor hospital, and only 5 folks in the family can go see him. Sorry about that, Bill, but I will keep you posted on Eugene. Don't worry, Bill. He's okay. He's doing fine. You know that's not like Eugene. Yeah, I know. It's the medicine that's making him do it. He's going crazy. His hand was shaking. The doctor thinks he's found the right medicine now, so Eugene won't go crazy. Okay, Becky, thanks. Tell Eugene I'm praying for him to get better. Okay, Bill, I will make sure to tell him you're praying for him. And if he gets back to normal, he should be home Monday. This cold's gotta go.
Maybe we can make a deal.
At long last, Colonel Putt-Putt is happy. His collection is complete. He has his perfect bear head.
Egad! Where's that infernal bear? Yogi! Yogi! Sheesh, what a short lunch. So all right, I'm back to work already. At last, I've got my perfect bear head. Anywho, this beats working in a circus. Oh!
How going to do the script for Eugene. He says he gets tired. Once you get it, I'm tired. And I said, Eugene, this is at Christmas time. I got it on tape. I'm tired. And he falls on the bed. And I said, you're tired. Why don't you got a bunch of tires on you? And he goes, haha, I use that on my script. And you know all that magic stuff, yeah. Eugene, or Tony called up Eugene to find out when I can. This was before he did the pill thing. And everything seemed fine. Although I sensed something was up. Anyway, like keys or something. Anyway, what did I say? Think. I'm trying to think. Anyway, Tony says, told Tony, I said, did you tell Eugene when the, oh, wait a minute, I'll call him up. So, don't hang up. I think, she's gonna get me, because Dave done it, told me and all that. All of a sudden, I hear Eugene in the background. I hear a dial and then a pickup. I said, Eugene, is that you? Yeah. All right, Tony, how you doing it? Tony said, Eugene, don't tell him. Did I tell you all these illusion tricks and all that? Okay, it's called three-way. What? Three-way. Guess you understood it. But anyway, Tony and Eugene says, is Wednesday good? Yeah, Wednesday's good. So I get my batteries charged up. I go through all my tapes, put on a tape. That way I have the tapes to use. And all of a sudden, nobody's calling. So I call Becky, and Becky says, I'll let Stacy know. I said, well, Stacy didn't know either. But when I asked the first time, he was at, for New Year's, he was out with buddies. I can't call or someone out. Anyway, relative or a friend. Anyway, be back Friday. But she didn't know anything about any filming. Eugene didn't let her know. But I'll tell Eugene, he called, and we'll go from there. Okay. Then all of a sudden, I told Tony, when she was over here vacuuming, to tell Eugene. She forgot. So that's what she did. She called up again. This time she's not going three-way. She just called directly. Then she called back. Before that, Tommy called and said, put such and such, take my clothes out of the washer and put them in the dryer. Okay. So I did that. Put them in 60 minutes. Okay, I did all that. Then, about that time, Tony called. And by the time I'm talking to her, Andy's coming in her body and everything. Okay. So, Andy and them having fun. I got that all on camera. Anyway, and Tony talking back and forth on the phone. Anyway, anyway, she said, well, Eugene says, don't worry about it. I'll let you know. I'll give you a call. Then out of the blue, bang! Overdosed on Tylenol. How can we do anything that he wants me to do? That's what I want to do. Oh well. I would bring my radio and everything. Radio seat, etc. Sit right here. Just have my phone. Man, I tell you. And all I gotta do is aim this way over here. I got Andy right there. That's all right. Oh, it's cold. It's gotta go, man. It's gotta go. I got it on tape that way. I'll wear this when I go to bed because it's freezing cold like an ice box in there. A heat blanket helps to a point. And Tommy can sleep in a cold with no problem in his room. I can't stand it. Mine's more outside. That's one reason I'm catching colds. In the summer, no problem. The people doing this thing said, do we need to put a heater in here? No, we don't need that. You know, the heat is enough to go in there. It's not enough. Now, in the summer, this AC is closer to my room, so of course I can get cooled off. And I got the fan, but it only helps to a point. The, I keep stressing for a heater fan. And that runs too much electricity. And when they got this kind where they cut off, no, we ain't doing that. And I'm thinking, gee, my room. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Okay. Phone rings. It's cold outside. What about you, Tony? Hopefully Tony leaves a message this time. Well, she left a message the other time. Second time around. The first time her phone was acting up giving static.
Hello, this is the Branch Medical Clinic, Norfolk Naval Shipyard. We are calling to remind you of an appointment for the patient born on November 29 at Audiology Clinic at 8:10 a.m. on Monday, January 26th. Please bring all your medications and medical records. Plan to arrive 15 minutes prior to your scheduled appointment time. If you have a question about an appointment, please call Audiology Clinic at 314-5556. Repeating. We are calling to remind you of an appointment
It's a
for
story.
the patient born on
Tommy's mom.
November 29 Audiology Clinic at 8:10 a.m. on Monday, January 26th. Thank you for using the Naval Medical Center, Portsmouth Appointment Reminder System. Goodbye.
Unless Mr. Stories is the same birthday too, I don't know. I know hers is, Mr. Stories is the same as Bobby Page's. I mentioned that to to Tony, she's the same as Bobby's. Oh. Let me try to see what I'm going to do. Let's see. I know how to do trick camera, but I'm not used to doing it through the VCR. Let me see. I did it once like that. Okay, I gotta film me like this. This is the idea I want to do for Eugene. As Tommy said, that's a neat idea, but what about the no shirt idea? Like a shirt and a no shirt, same like how he did. Probably Dave done it that way too. Okay, so we'll do it that way. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. See how I can do this. Oh, usually I'm coughing and farting. Sometimes I cough and fart right in front of Tommy. Sure, I know he's giggling. Anyway. That's one thing I like about being fat. You can fart a lot. Because you eat a lot, you fart a lot. Anyway, let's see what I was going to say. Like Matt Galloway. He's letting cool can of farts. And I feel the vibration in Dave's couch. And it's like a friendly fart, like, hi, how you doing? Or we're playing video games. It's kind of cool. It's magical. Anyway, Andy's good at it too. He'll fart. And Dave will fart. I'm sitting eating a Big Mac and he farts in my face. Yeah, very funny, Dave. He says, excuse me, Tommy. Brrr. And I'm eating a Big Mac. And Andy does the same thing. And one time, Andy let a good one. Whew. I was like, did that come out like him? Whoa. That was a sick loud one. Eugene let some good too, real loud. Anyway. Tony said in one of the episodes of the videotapes, Thanksgiving or Christmas one on. Oh, did you hear that? Buddy farted. Hey, you didn't get Eugene, but at least you got Buddy's. But see, the camera's mic was farted, just couldn't hear it. Now, if I would have had the camera rolling for this year on New Year's, when we're celebrating his birthday plus bringing in the new year, 2004, while I'm eating, if I was filming, I would have had Buddy's louder fart, but I didn't have it on there. Because he farted real good, and he said, and it was real thick too, and he goes, you farted. And I go, you farted. He said, no, you farted. And I go, ha ha, yeah, funny, you farted, buddy. He goes, yeah, I farted. Anyway, Paul Taylor farts real good too. And Waynesbury's kids laugh, ha ha ha. And so does Sherry Taylor and all that. Andy moons the camera, Dave moons the camera, and Paul Taylor moons the camera. Right? And Tommy pulled my pants, made me moon the camera. I said, yeah, very funny. And he said, oh, I've been mooning the camera. I said, yeah, you pulled my pants down. No, no, you did it yourself. No, no, the camera shows you pulled my pants down. Anyway. Tony tried to get a better version of Andy's butt, but it didn't quite work right. She didn't aim it right. That's why I encode. I said to Andy and Tony, I said, you guys, the vanishing moon didn't come out right. I did like that because, you know, copper plates make the real moon vanish in the sky, you know. With the help of undercall, we thought of more in some ways to make it work. He's excited, ecstatic. The copper will take this idea, breathe life into it, and make it come reality. Anyway, let me try this idea I was going to try on Eugene. You just help me figure this out. Let's see. Oh, that reminds me. Sunny Hearings, Josh. I can't think of his last name. We had a church outing, and he had a lot of food, and his buddy had a lot of food. They were on the heavy side, too. I don't know which one it was, but I wish I had my camera rolling. Because that was a loud cannon fart, and they both cracked up, although Sonny took him out in the foyer and had to talk to him, you know. You know, like, probably like, hey, stop doing that. Show respect for the church or something, I don't know. Sonny said something, I don't know what it was. But hey, you know, that's good that Sonny does that. I mean, when I mentioned that Paul Taylor farted in my face, Sonny Hearing's Josh cracked up, laughing. It's amazing he didn't fart again, you know. It's like Cheryl, my dad Bud was tickling her. I was telling Tony this, and Tony seemed to know it. I guess everybody's told this true story, you know, because I couldn't even finish it, and then Tony said, yeah, she tickled. I said, Bud was tickling her, and as she was tickling her, she farted, and yeah, I know, it's in her hand. I go, oh, you know that, okay. And Tony said, oh, that's cute. Yeah, that's cute. Okay. Okay, the vanishing shirt. Here we go. This is what I want to try to do with Eugene once he gets back up to par. You know, golf term, you know, Ray Smith or like that. Here we go. Coffee's getting chubby and fat. He's happy. He got tired of those people and critics calling him skinny. Anyway, I hate those skinny names too. But in reality, I want to be fat anyway. Probably everybody does. Okay. Here we go. What am I going to say? I don't know. There's another Josh Soko. He was chubby, and he's worried about his weight. I could tell in the picnic and all that how he does this. He goes, he's worried. His brother's not going to do it like that, because he's eating good and I'm happy for him. And his brother's getting tall, that's good, but I hope he's not doing something, you know, like Eugene. And I hope that, I brought that up, I said, you're getting tall. He goes, yep. As long as he's happy, but I hope he don't go the route that Eugene's doing. And hopefully Andy's not either, because Andy was real chubby and happy. Now he's slimming down. And I don't know who's doing this at the school. They go to the same schools, Hunt Map, and I don't know what's going on, because whoever it is telling kids to get so skinny that they're going to throw up. Anyway, because all the kids I knew, Andy and Eugene, they were fat and happy, and now, and Josh, I don't know what's going on. Okay. Yeah, here's the vanishing shirt. Oh, wait a minute, this ain't gonna work. I gotta do it this way. Alright, vanishing shirt. Well, you have to see, I guess you just see the remote. No choice around it. standing, so it's probably off a little. I would make it look like I moved a short distance. Or maybe I got the right distance. Okay. And then, let's say, okay. Please and thank Okay, I want a different shirt. Abracadabra. Ding! Okay. That's nice. But, I think I'm in a mood for a surfing kind of shirt, you know, kind of like like when Bob used to be in Guam or something, and say Hawaii. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich, please and thank you. Zuba, Ubba or whatever, something, Ubba Bubba or something like that Dave Duncan says. Zuba Zuba or something he says on that magic tape. Anyway, Hocus Pocus, Alakazam. Hocus Pocus, Alakazam. And as the two genies, the girl and then the heavyset genie says, Yaffle Daffle, whatever that means, probably means salami. Allah, peanut butter sandwiches on the magician on Sesame Street, whatever. Or it's the Amazing Chan and the Chan Clan. Or it's the Croft Super Show. Whatever was case. Abracadabra, Alakazam. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Boom. Come on. No, not that. Let's try it again. Okay. No. Pignificent. No, that ain't right. That sounds like Harry Potter. No. Made up fancy names. Oreo pig. Here we go. Oreo pig. The magic of Oreos. That's it. The magic of Oreos. The magic of Oreos. See if that works. The magic of Oreos. The magic of Oreos. This is like David Duncan, like, I'm hungry, I want a drink, I want it now, kind of idea. I think I could do that too. No. I must be doing something wrong. Okay, Eugene, you would say the magic of Mario Brothers. See if that works. With the vacuum cleaner. Let's see if it works. Let's see. Hocus Pocus, Mario Brothers, Hawaiian shirt, surfing outfit, like Bob Schofield. Similar anyway. And Shazam! I was going to say shebang, but Shazam, that'd be good. Like Billy Batson on Captain Marvel. Yeah. Shazam! The lightning bolt, he turns into Captain Marvel. Anyway. Hey Eugene, it worked. The magic of the Mario Brothers. They made a cartoon. They plan to make a new movie theater for the Cross Super Show. The 70s website, really good. That D's website, and that brings back memories. I'm glad I got all that information. And at kidfat.org, it's very busy or not non-existent or something. I don't know, it's not. Good thing I got it recorded when I did and printed all that up. And Gel Bell, short for Jelly Belly, the guy's website, it's still up, and it's cool, and it's still going, and it's good, but I'm glad I still recorded on tape and printed it all up, just in case. I read all those fat information on the phone to Tony, and all of a sudden she's raiding the fridge. I know you get a kick out of that, Eugene. Bob's good at it, too. You mentioned food all the way to church and on the way back. By the time you get home, you want to raid the fridge. Tommy did something back. He, through the email a long time ago, year 2000, I think, or 1991, when I first got my my web TV, before I got MSN TV, got my web TV unit, but later on I gave that to Joe Grace, and then I got a web TV Plus. It does more. It's got more bells and whistles. But but now I gave that to Cheryl, and now I got the MSN TV. Now they'll probably make it MSN TV Plus more than likely. But basically, MSN TV bought off Web TV, and now MSN TV is taking over and doing their own stuff. That's the reason why what we had when Web TV was Web TV, there was no problem with Instant Messenger. But now we got to have like a special card, fill out. It's extra stuff. And I ain't going through that just to instant message someone. All my buddies who like to be on Instant Messenger, I can't see them. I don't see a green light. All because MSN TV took over, and it's a whole bowl of rolls of beeswax, And there's a Bee-Wave deck of cards, and there's Bumblebee tuna. I like that better. It has a sweeter taste than the tuna one, but I like albacore either way, either that one or the other kind. I'm so used to the Bumblebee kind, and I went back to the other kind one time. It doesn't taste as good anymore. It tastes the difference. See, once you adjust something, hard to go back. It's like Tommy used to thought Hershey's was the richest. And then his nanny, which is his grandma, Mrs. Story's mom, introduced him to Dove's chocolate. And Tommy and me thought, hey, I thought that was soap. I guess there's a lot of brand of everything. Anyway, Dove's has a lot of brand of other things. Anyway, Dove's chocolate, I don't know if that's another company named Dove, it's coincidence Dove, so who knows. Pepsi owns Pizza Hut and all this other stuff. But anyway, and KFC and all that. By the time Colonel Sanders owned it. But, the KFC. But anyway, it was called Country Fried Chicken, not KFC. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying, and the phone rings. Maybe that's Tony this time. But, now I've lost my thought. Good thing I'm recording it. Let me see, what was I talking about? Something about food. Oh, anyway, Bob will talk. Oh, Tommy said, you're thirsty for water and all that. And all of a sudden, Bob read it and raided the fridge. Bob Schofield. Hello? No, he's over at Sherry's noon. You got a message on the machine, will play it? I said, what's that tender for? And I said, for Andy. He said, well, I'll just bring it over there. So, yeah. Oh, the lady on the phone that you handed me, that was Becky. And she told me that his medicine that he's taken had an allergic reaction, made him go crazy. And when he turned around, he chugged a whole bottle of Tylenol, when they had no Tylenol. And he's in a psychiatrist hospital, and if he pulls through, doctor says they think they found the right medicine, they won't have an allergic reaction, and he should be home Monday. She says, don't worry though, you know that ain't usual, it's the medicine. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Okay, oh man. Now let's see my recording. I can't stand this cold, I can't. This cold's driving me patty. Eugene could agree with that. I gotta take a shower. I can't stand it. I just can't. I gotta take a shower. I gotta get rid of this cold. The shower will help me feel better. Cold, go away, cold, go away, man. Go away, coldy. Go away, coldy. Where's my keys? Where are my keys? Your keys. Where you at? Are you here? Whoops. Oh, yeah, where's my keys? Thank you. Oh, I gotta do some magic tricks later on, but right now, I can take a shower, make myself feel better. Gee, can't even lock the door. I can't wait to see if I'm allowed to get codeine, because the story said that's a stronger dose of cough medicine, and it's supposed to get rid of colds. I hope that is true. I mean, I hope it works, is what I'm trying to say. As long as I'm not, that I'm able to take it along with my blood pressure pills and my Zantac and Zyrtec. Zantac's for my acid reflux, Zyrtec's for my allergies.